Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My dog turns up. He ready to go.
Every time, bro. That shit get me every
Oh
time.
yeah, you already know, bro. That's a banger, bro. I love that record, bro. Shout out my guy AJ with the beat. He went crazy. But
Definitely.
as we say all the time, or go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off right there.
Oh
Go
no,
ahead.
I was saying definitely. He went crazy with the beat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Facts,
yeah.
facts, facts, facts. But you already know we are back with a very special episode of BTB, aka the Black Team Broadcast, often imitated but never fucking duplicated. It's your boy Mike, aka Mike. I'm here with my dog Raider Trade 540. And yeah, man, we got a very special episode. Like we always say, if you haven't yet, make sure to please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification button because you never know when we go live with an impromptu, such as today. But training camp's moving fast. It's a shorter training camp compared to previous years, bro. It's 3 weeks of training camp, preseason games compared to sooner. So we gotta get the ball rolling, and we got to keep that quality content going out for Raider Nation, man. But without further ado, you already know we got to say what's up to the chat before we do anything. Low key, I just realized something. This is the first time Mama Majors ain't the first one in the chat, bro. This is crazy.
Look, we threw her off because we were mad early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least. Hey, we gotta send Mama Major a text like, hey, what's going on? Where you
Yeah,
at? You late?
I'm gonna text her right now. Like, where
Yeah,
you at?
yeah, you late. But yeah, without further ado, shout out my dog Edgar in the building. He said, Nation, yes, sir. Shout out our special guest, Mitchell Renz. Yes, sir. He said, Little Tipsy, yes, sir. Appreciate you for tapping in with us. Much love. Raider Nation for life. We got Ichiban Boy. He said, yeah, appreciate you for tapping in with us. Much love, much love. Our guy Jack in the building. Yeah, Jack, appreciate you tapping in.
Oh
What up?
yeah, what's good, bro?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, yeah, Dre for
Dre,
sure.
what's happening?
Yeah,
Hey,
my
Dre,
dog.
we good today, Dre.
Oh, Dre will
We
wait for
good
the whole
today,
episode
bro.
today. Everybody, hey, the East Coast fans love this one. I'm already know it. Yeah, 365. Appreciate
What's
you. Tapping in with us.
happening?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cali, okay. Yeah, appreciate you all the way from
Oh
Cali.
yeah, what's happening?
You
What's
already know
happening?
we represent over here on the West Coast, man. We got LA in the building. Much love. Oh yeah, right on time today. But you know, speaking of timing, bro. Oh, sometimes there's collaborations that you may want right away. It may not happen. Some people may not. This is one of those ones that I was not expecting. I'm sure a lot of our fans were not really expecting because we're very selective, I guess you could say, with who we bring onto the show. We always want to make sure to bring on quality guests, people that we really respect their opinion and everything that they do with the work. And this guy right here, I heard mixed reviews. Some guys, shout out my guy Rundown, he fucks with him, and a few other of my homies, and then there's some people that have difference of opinions. But instead of me jumping to conclusions and just being like, oh, f this dude, I don't f with him or nothing like that. I'm gonna give him the opportunity, to meet him and actually get to know this person beforehand. So I'm not over here just judging a book by its cover. But without further ado, man, the host of the Raiders Report on Chat Sports, our guy in Raider Nation's own Mitchell Renz in the building. Yes,
Man, I gotta get that air horn on the Raiders report. But to Mike, to Trey, I know you and we all talked for about 10, 15 minutes before we pulled up here today. I wanted to say, I greatly appreciate the invite. If you guys don't know who I am, Mitchell Renz, host of the Raiders Report. You guys can give me a follow at Mitchell Renz 365. But I actually just saw my dad pulled up MMM 365 Pops. That's Papa Renz right there. So shout out to my dad for being here in the building. I think over at the Raiders Report, we always say, you don't got to be blood to be family, and I appreciate the invite here. Hopefully, by the end of the show, the reviews are all pretty darn good. But I'm hoping I get another invite here on the program.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
We got Pops in the building. We got Mama Majors in the building. Mama, we
What's
appreciate
up, Mom?
it. Yeah, I know you're thrown off by the schedule. We're a little early today, but
All right, Mom.
sometimes
That's my mom, by the way, man.
That's Mom. That's on me. You can put that on me.
Yeah. Oh no, she is probably happy because we live on the East Coast, so it's like, yeah, it's perfect.
That's
good.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Even on the West Coast, there's sometimes because I work an early morning schedule with my other job, so it gets tiring after a while. Like them late episodes, I'm not gonna lie. There's times where I see Trey tired. I'm like, man, I'm over here like trying to fight my sleep. I can't imagine how Trey's feeling right now.
I'm an East Coast guy too. I'm from the 570. I'm from Pennsylvania. Just came down here to Texas like recently, but like that preseason game, Raiders Cardinals, my team and I, we didn't get out of the studio probably until like 3 a.m. and then the next day, we're back in 7 a.m., 8 a.m. like getting ready to do it. But again, like I was excited for this collaboration because we were talking about it behind the scenes. Like at the end of the day, we got to be able to provide the best content for Raider Nation. I think the silver and black deserve that, and I don't care if you got 2,000 subscribers or you got, however many. I think at the end of the day, I want more collaboration. And I think all of us, at the end of the day, as a Raiders fan, I mean, I was telling y'all, like, I listen to you. I listen to a lot of podcasts because I also like to be a Raiders fan, where if I'm chilling up on my roof with my dog Chuck and I want to be able to tap in, listen to what everybody has to say. It makes it for better conversation. And if you get upset about anything I say today, I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's do it.
I like that.
That's real.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's a couple Raider fans right here where I live at, like literally tune in to your show every day, and like they came up to me about it, like, and I'm like, yeah, I've been watching, bro, man. But like, it's crazy, like the widespread, that you have of, people that follow and watch you, bro. So just to say, like, I'm in a small city in Virginia. And there's multiple people here that watch, watch your show for sure.
I appreciate it. Like I was not born a Raiders fan. I think that's why a lot of people didn't rock with me in the early days. And then, I'll say it like this, like I went to a game in Oakland and it totally changed me. Like I've been to a whiteout Penn State game, and that's why I was a Penn State fan growing up as a kid. The only NFL experience I've ever been to that's even been close to a Penn State whiteout game was 2019. It was the fuck AB game, Monday Night Football opener out in Oakland. And like, again, I'm not Amish, but like I'm from like Amish middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. So I rode in on the BART, like I rode in and I got like my Raiders leg sleeve. I got the chain link on there because I remember coming out of the BART, walking into the Coliseum. You got the chain, the tunnel, and just walking in, the smoke from the barbecue and the 420. I mean, it was an experience that I've just never even wrapped my mind around. But at the time we had like 16,000 subscribers on the channel. Proudly now we have 227,000. Like obviously we've come a very, very far way. But like I remember like, bro, I had Raider fans throwing me lobster tails. I have a picture of a Raider fan. He gave me a tomahawk steak, and it was just like, I'm from small town. Like I'm a small town guy at heart. My daddy's the oldest of 6. My mom's the youngest of 9. I have a gigantic family. Everybody lives in my hometown. So like to get that type of family feel, it meant a lot to me. And like from that day, I've been hooked to the Raiders ever since. We put out videos every single day for the last 9 years. But like, going to that game, going to the Week 9 game, that was a Matthew Stafford. Raiders won 42-35 against the Lions. And then, being at that final game in Oakland where we lost to fucking Minshew, like, like I've never seen so many grown adults cry, but like it meant something. And since that day, I've been a Raiders fan, and anybody don't think I'm a Raiders fan, it's probably because your show doesn't get as many views as mine. So,
I definitely got to chime in on that too, bro, because that's like I tell you, some of my buddies that had mixed opinions saying, "Oh, he's a fake Raider fan." So I told him straight out, like, bro, like respectfully, that's the dumbest shit I heard talking about bandwagon Raider fan. Like, let's be real, bro. We're all Raider fans here. We know what it is. We've been booty for a long time. Excuse my language, people.
I'm a booty guy.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. You feel me? We've been fucking ass. We've been booty for a long time. So it's like it's hard to say we got bandwagon fans. Like we have not shown anything to get bandwagon fans.
No reason.
And it's like
I think the unfortunate part is, and I hope that you guys, get big enough. Not to say that you're not big enough now, like giggity. But like, it's one of those things like I think people look at a guy like me and they go, I can do what that guy does. And you can. Like anybody watching the show right now, you can. You can do what I'm doing. You can do what Mike's doing. You can do what Trey's doing. But it's like, you got to go out there and you got to do it. And just know, like, you got to outwork me. You got to outwork a team. Like, and I've been able to make so many videos throughout the course of over the years of me doing this thing, but it's because my team and I, we've put in a lot of time, effort. And I do think there's a lot of Raiders content creators out there because they see a guy like me doing what I do. But, I think at the end of the day, let's create more content that's good for Raider Nation. I think there's enough content out there for everybody to eat and, find your own avenue, find your own voice. But no matter what, have fun doing it. And, I hope that you guys, every day you hit live on here, you got fun doing it. And we're going to have some fun. Hell, I'm having fun now. It's also my therapy session.
Yeah, definitely. Like at times it may feel like a job. I'm not going to lie, like doing this because we're used to doing this on a weekly basis. But like you said, like we have fun doing this. Like we do something that we're passionate about that we were doing before this. Like we would talk to our friends, our family members on the daily, on the regular about Raiders football for fun. So now like the fact that like we have like fans, audience members of Raider Nation that can tune in and enjoy our conversations, like that's awesome. Like that's really like cool. When it definitely is, man. Like the other day I'm not sure you've been to Santa Monica often or recently. They have something called the 3rd Street Promenade here in Santa Monica, California. It's kind of like a big like shopping area out here in the city. So I was walking and a member of our audience actually recognized me. Like it kind of scared me. I'm not gonna lie. At first I thought, I didn't know what to expect. I'm not used to that happening too often. I thought Buddy was trying to press me a little. So I was waiting to see what he was gonna say. Like, hey, you do YouTube? Yeah. Your name Machiavelli? I was like, yeah. It was like, I watch you all the time. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like we cool. It was cool, like to meet, bro. Like that was like an awesome feeling. Like knowing, like, damn, like there's people that actually like tune in and really like fuck with your content and like your takes or opinions. Like that's an awesome feeling for sure.
Yeah, man. I think at the end of the day, like people just want to know that you got their back and people know that they can depend on you. And respectfully, there's nobody that makes more Raiders content on planet Earth than I know me and my team do. And I know we've done it over the last 10 years. There's a lot of people that have been in the game longer than me, but I think Raider fans are like, I know Mitchell Renz is going to put out a video every single day. And you know what? They're right. Because I'm also sick when I wake up and I'm like, God, I want to talk about the Raiders again today. And when you're, in the dog days of like, I want Raiders football to feel the same in September. Like, I want to feel the same in September, the way like December, January, like Raiders football hasn't felt like that in a long time. And in the offseason, I'm hopeful. I think as a content creator, you want to keep fans, interested, give them your honest opinion. And, today, like training camp, I had a bunch of people that were upset with me, but we got to be able to keep it a buck, right? Like, I mean, if the Houston Texans kick our ass, we did. We got our butt kicked today, and that's okay, right? Because the Texans are the best defense in the NFL. They are one of the best teams in the National Football League, and we are a rebuilding team that's still trying to figure out its identity on multiple aspects. And, I want to be a team that plays some, excuse my language, sounds like I can do it though on this show, play some fuck you football. But that's what the Texans do. They play some fuck you football. Yeah. That's what we need to be able to do. Because I think, like, truthfully, like for what we have as a talent, that's the brand that's going to win for us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Agreed.
We have to go back to being the intimidating team that, teams know, like when the Raiders come to town or when they come to Vegas, like it means
lace your boots.
Yeah, you got to be ready. You're going to get fucking smacked in the mouth. That's what we got to bring to the table again. And, but yeah, I'm definitely going to pull up the graphic now that you brought it up, man. We got to get into these joint practices.
I ain't going to lie, man. Mitch got me fired up now. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Fuck with it.
Fuck you football. I'm going to say that all year.
That's real, bro.
Well, it's a brand of football that, let's be honest, right? If you're going to go out and you're going to pay Tyler Linderbaum $27 million a year, you're going to draft a running back at number 6 overall, and then you bring in Clint Kubiak, and we got a tight end like Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer, and we're not going to have the receivers that we're going to be. I'm sorry, but fuck you football is the brand of football that this team needs to be able to play this season for us to considerably win games and truthfully not put too much pressure on our either young rookie quarterback or a 37-year-old veteran in Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And the way I see it, bro, like obviously we want to have some media darlings, like people that could be presentable to the media, but we're the fucking Raiders, bro. Like we're known for being rugged and mean, bro, and actually intimidating and whooping ass. So we got to have more guys like in the building. I feel like with that mean streak, I get it. People are scared of the media, what they're gonna think of and shit. But it's like, bro, as long as they're not fucking piece of shit people off the field, you get me, and they do what they gotta do. I don't care if they got a fucking attitude problem or nothing,
See, like, to me though, like again, fuck you football is also can be disciplined football. Like it can be physical football. Like don't get me wrong, I want the Raiders to bring it and I want that tenacity, but I can remember a stat. It was like 2 years ago, and it was like right when Dan Campbell's like Lions like kind of got going, and teams that when they got done playing the Lions, they were like 0-9, 0-10, and it's a lot of the times because of how physical that brand is. But like I think right now, all these teams in the NFL, they're going a lot of nickel packages, a lot of dime packages, a lot of smaller base defenses, and if I got a guy like Ashton Genty and he's running the football, like everybody's banged up in December, January, and hopefully we get the privilege to play in February. But to me, like if you get that physical type of team, and those types of teams are starting to win. Like look at the Philadelphia Eagles, 2 years ago, winning the Super Bowl. Like last year, Seattle, same thing, like physical football. Like I do think that right now it's kind of like that brand that does translate. And it's a brand that I think that this team needs to be able to play with Clint Kubiak.
I think personally, I think they're gonna get there. They're just young. I think that the players that they brought in, the young players and all that, and the players that they brought in free agency, that physical football is definitely the way that they're trying to go. And this joint practice was just a measuring stick, pause, of where they stand to know, like, all right, well, shit, we still need this, we still need that. But I'm pretty sure we seen guys out there still giving 100% and still, even though it didn't look as good because you're going up against a major talent and a great defense and a great offense that obviously that just got better because they got Tank Dell back and Nico Collins and all them, and they're cooking with grease. And you're seeing our defense that's just getting together this year. A lot of these guys just started playing together, 3 or 4 months ago, and they're just learning the scheme. Like it was a tester. They were putting testers out, as they said on the wire back in the day. We were putting out testers today, and we were testing the water. So I think that we're starting to build that foundation of what you're saying, like physical football, and what we're trying to bring in.
Yeah, and I feel like another thing, like a lot of our fan base does, and even ourselves, like myself included, is I'll say guilty of doing sometimes. We overreact to tweets. Like obviously now, if you're there in person, like of course you have the view, you can see everything that's going on. But there are times where we're going off of tweets at practices, and the tweet isn't going to exactly give full context. Like it might show you like what the play on the ball would happen, like for quarterback to receiver, whatever the exchange was, but it's not going to go fully into detail on what each guy did, their assignment or everything like that. Like you have to really be there to see. So we can't really be like fully like, oh, they're getting their ass kicked because maybe everybody else is doing their job, and maybe a mistake, a little mishap happened, but automatically it makes it where, oh, the offense looks bad, or oh, the defense. You get me? Where
see, I think honestly, I look at practice today as like to be frank with everybody out there, like the Texans did kick the Raiders' ass today. Like I talked to multiple people at Raiders practice today, joint practice, but like I did when I was live earlier today, and I got a video, it'll go out tomorrow, and it's kind of around the idea of the Raiders got punched in the mouth today, but I'm happy that they got punched in the mouth today. I'd rather get punched in the mouth on August 18th. I don't want to get punched in the mouth week 1. I don't want to get punched in the mouth week 2 or week 3. And I say that because as a Raiders fan, the issues that we had today, we had problems in the secondary. I feel like we've had problems with the secondary, and I like Isaiah Paul-Mao, but I am a big let's put Traden Stukes at free safety guy, and I would say free safety secondary has been a problem with this team going all the way back to January. I would say defensive tackle, stopping the run has been an issue for this team all off season long. I think our offensive line had some rough days today, but you know what? If there's ever a time to have a rough day, I'm okay with the Raiders having a rough day today, because if you want iron sharpen iron, and if you want to be a playoff caliber team, you're not going to get a better defense than the Houston Texans. Maybe you can give me the Los Angeles Rams, but I think most people are either going to say it's the Rams, it's the Texans, best defense in the National Football League. The other problem today was our receivers struggled to get open. Our ground game couldn't get it going a little bit. So, like, again, I'm not surprised that we had those issues, but I do feel like a lot of the issues that we had were a good punch in the face a little bit. Like, sometimes it is good to get bullied. Like, I'm not saying I'm pro bully, but I got a lot of nieces and nephews in my family. If you're older, you're an uncle, and I'm an uncle to a lot. Sometimes I'm like, damn, some of these kids need to get bullied. I probably get bullied, right? Like, I think all of us a little bit. Sometimes though, you need to get punched in the mouth a little bit to realize, like, oh shit, it's a wake up call. And I think the Raiders receivers, they struggled today. The secondary struggled today. Our run defense struggled today. These are not new problems. Sometimes you need to get punched in the mouth to wake up a little bit. And I do think that the Raiders are getting a little bit of a wake-up call because if you don't think joint practice for Clint Kubiak down in Houston in front of his family, his dad is in attendance, a team that his dad coach that he grew up around, if you don't think Clint Kubiak cares about joint practice for this preseason game, get ready because I know it means so much to that guy. And it means a lot to that family, and that's what it should mean. So I was happy they got punched in the mouth today because I think it's going to be a wake-up call. And whatever the wake-up call is, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe we add an extra player. I don't know what it is. But
that man is the epitome of eat, sleep, shit football for sure. Clint is for sure the epitome of eat, sleep, shit football, dude. That shit is crazy.
Like I want a team that takes on the identity of their leaders. And I think, you think about what type of man, I'm not talking football coach, what type of man Clint Kubiak is. I think that's exactly what Fernando Mendoza, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, Tyler Linderbaum are. Like Colton Miller. I mean, I've hung out with Colton Miller 5 times, and I think he said 10 words in the entire 5 times that I've hung out with him. Like, it's just these are guys that are about their business. But, like that's okay to me because I want a team that takes on the identity of their head coach. And those are guys that all take on the identity.
Oh, yeah.
Know how to dust yourself off. You get bullied, you get punched in the face, get up, dust yourself off, and go back fight. That's what they gonna see, and I think that's what we're gonna see from Kubiak is he's gonna take these lumps too, and he's gonna see what he has to fix as well. And then they gonna, like you said, they gonna take on what they see from the coach. They gonna see him fix what he fixed, and then it's not gonna do nothing but a trickle down effect, and it's gonna keep rolling like snowballs.
Jeff's right too. I mean, D'Amico Ryans was coached by Gary Kubiak.
Yeah.
Like, This is like, I'm telling you, it's one of those things where, again, I'm not trying to act like I'm not sitting here like talking to people all the time, but last week I had the opportunity to go out to Las Vegas, got to meet a lot of really cool people. And I know how much this joint practice means to the Raiders. It means a lot to them. Hell, I'd make the argument joint practice might be more important than preseason.
Yeah. Because this is really where you get to like test and stuff. Because obviously in the preseason games, they're not going to show the playbook. They're not opening up the playbook. Right? It's real vanilla stuff.
This is when you see it.
Yeah, this is where they get to really test out the shit to see like, okay, does this work? And they're going against the best of the best, whether it's the best secondary, one of the best D lines in football. Like they're going against the best of the best right here, and they really get to see like, okay, where am I at? Where's our receiving core at? Where's our secondary at? Which obviously it's showing they're young, they got growing pains and stuff, but those are also things that like it was pretty evident to us like post-draft and free agency. Like now I'm with you with the start Stoops at free agent, but I was one of those guys pre-draft. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of crashed out when we drafted because I'm like, dude, what are we doing? We had Caden McDonald, who happens to be now with the Houston.
I wanted Caden and Christian Miller. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
When you see the reports on Christian Miller, he was really good. Denzel Boston's been really good. Caden McDonald's been a dog. Like, I hear you. I knew that there was so I had the Raiders drafting Traden Stukes in a mock draft that I released that morning because I did hear Stukes' name a bunch. I did not have Stukes though going where in round 2. I had the Raiders in that mock basically moving up to come get him. But I did hear a lot of buzz around Stukes before the draft.
Gotcha.
In which we're starting to see a couple strides. It's a little. We want to see a little bit more to be more comfortable with him being back there at free safety. But, like you said, Mike, he went to Houston and we traded that pick back to get Stoops so that they could get McDonald. So, I mean, we got to see how it plays out. We won't know how it plays out for a couple years, but
that's why it's like just like it's a bittersweet feeling because I like Stoops. I hope he ends up being our free safety for the foreseeable future. But also it's like, damn, like if only we had the interior defensive lineman, the fact that it's like, damn, he went to the fucking best possible defensive line you could go to. Like that sucks.
I am team trade for Vita Vea. I am team defensive tackle. And again, like to me, the logic has to be, and there we go, right? Vita, like, and I talked two weeks ago. Had a source. We were talking on the phone with like chat sports guys, and they made it sound like to us like that the Raiders were already a team that had a deal on the table for Vita Vea. Vita, his team, they are interested in playing for the Raiders. Obviously, a lot of ties there with John Spytek and Tom Brady in this organization. But I made an argument on my show that I thought Vita Vea would impact the defense more than Max Crosby. I'm not saying that he's better than Max Crosby. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying because of the position that he plays and the ask of a nose tackle, if we go 3-4,
missing piece,
right? Like, you need that spot there. And, my kind of whole argument of why you go out and draft a Caden McDonald over a Stooks. And I am also very happy about Stooks. I've talked to people close to Traden. Traden's fired up to be a Raider. He loves like what they're giving him as assignments. And I do know they're asking him to do a lot. Like I'm telling you, they're asking him to do a lot. However, think about Tyler Linderbaum. You're okay with the Raiders paying him $27 million a year, and it might be an overpay, but that is an investment in Clint Kubiak. It is. So I'm okay with the overpay, right? If you're going to spend all this money in Clint, if you're going to spend this and on the quarterback and that, cool. Overspend at the center position. Awesome. Well, I kind of wish the Raiders would have done that in the draft at defensive tackle with Caden, or going out and trading for a guy like Vita Vea, because in the same breath, think about how much money they spent on defense. And, like, I can't guarantee you that Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, Eric Stokes, but, like, Eric Stokes, 3 for 30. Nakobe Dean, 3 for 36. Kwity Paye, 3 for 48. Quay Walker, 3 for 40. Malcolm Kuntz, 1 for 11, right? Like, I just rattle off, I don't even know how many millions of dollars. But you know what I can guarantee you? I guarantee if you add a guy like Vita Vea, if you add a guy like Christian Miller, Caden McDonald, you add a dog to the interior of that defensive line, he's going to make every single one of those names that I just mentioned better. Guarantee it. Why? Yeah. Because defensive line, when you can get pressure, it just creates a whole new avenue. I had the opportunity to talk to Mike McDonald at the NFL Combine this past year, and it was on the day that the Raiders announced that Rob Leonard is going to run a 3-4 defense. And I asked Mike, about Rob, and we talked about that defense. And, like, his biggest thing that he was kind of, like, joking about was, well, it's easy for me to look good when you generate pressure with 4. And Vita would help that. Vita would make everybody else better. A big defensive tackle would.
Absolutely. And so I had heard a second round pick possibly could be the asking price, which I wouldn't be mad at that. But also I get it. A new deal comes on the table too. So it really varies. Like if they lower the price, maybe we'll pay. We have to make the contract work. We got to figure that out, of course. But if they're asking for a high price, I hope that means they eat some of the contract. Now, another suggestion I have, if not draft capital, hear me out here. Some people may think I'm crazy, chat. I apologize in advance if this one pisses you off, but our guy, JPJ, is – I love JPJ, but he can't seem to stay on the field. He can't stay healthy, and that could be a concern possibly moving into, a possible second contract with the team. Why not, offer them JPJ for Vita Vea? They could use some O-line help possibly over there. What else? Shoot, maybe a 5th? JPJ and a 5th possibly or something like that. I wouldn't be mad at that. JPJ and a 5th, honestly, I'd send that in a heartbeat for Vita Vea.
Yeah, I would too. I don't know if Tampa would. Again, I love JPJ. I've met the Powers Johnson family. Yeah. They're great people. But I also did a show this past week. And I spoke on the show about, I spoke to some sources that were close to the Raiders, spoke to some people that are, big fans of JPJ, but like from my understanding is it's not a talent issue. It's a consistency thing. And like, he's just not consistent enough with his health. And there is a frustration because,
they want him out there.
They want him out there, right? Like they're like, hey, we want the best 5. We need a new unit. We need you to be consistent. We need you to be healthy. And like their biggest thing with him is, you just got to show up and you got to be ready to go. Like, I'm not saying that this is the person that told me any of this, but like, think about what Clint Kubiak said when he got done with OTAs, right? Or got done with minicamp. Whatever you do in this next 40 days. You remember that quote where it was like, he was really big on, it's like, whatever you do in that next 40 days. Well, obviously, JPJ and Caleb Rogers are in an offensive guard, right guard battle. And I did. Like, I talked to some people over the weekend, and it was not to say that JPJ is using his wedding and honeymoon as an excuse to not be in proper shape, but it was like, well, hey, man, I just got married. I just had a honeymoon. And, I was told by a source. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I was breaking up for a second.
Yeah, you're good.
I was told by a source, that like Caleb Rogers was, hey, it's not a problem for Caleb. Like, they love Caleb, and Caleb works his freaking tail off. But I think that they honestly look at Caleb Rogers as being the consistent guy where he's the safer floor. JPJ's got the higher ceiling, but because he's maybe not showing them every single day on and off the field that like, hey, he's going to be willing to work hard. And now again, he's banged up again. And there is some frustrations inside of that room of there's not a doubt that we don't think you're incredible, man. And it's just, if you can't be consistently on the field, how can we rely on you?
That's real.
I'm concerned about Jackson Powers Johnson. And it's not from if you could tell me I could turn the injuries off, we go Madden style, no problem. But I do think that there's a shot that he's not on this team next year. And it could be from his side, and it could be from the Raiders side, because they like a lot of their offensive linemen. They like Trey Zoon. They like Charles Grant. They love Caleb Rogers. They do. They love that guy.
I agree. And it's unfortunate, man. I really wanted to see a possible, JPJ at left guard and Caleb Rogers at right guard possibility for our starting lineup. But if he can't stay healthy, that's unfortunate. And obviously we want him out there. We want him to help contribute to this team, but you can't really help us if you're not able to stay healthy and be on the field. And that's why it's like, at this point, if there's people, and no disrespect to him, obviously I want him to be on the team and be healthy, but if he can't be healthy, I feel like why not give him a fresh start somewhere else where another team that may still really value him and we get something in return, possibly, a Vita Vea or something like that. Crazy.
I mean, I still think Vita's got at least 3 good years of football left. Like when you look at some of these newer like numbers that are coming out, guys, on Calais Campbell, like defensive tackle and even offensive linemen, like you're seeing guys, and maybe it's like that old man strength, but like you're seeing 30 to 35 for offensive linemen and defensive tackles.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys in the league that are still playing at a high level. So like I think about the Raiders and their window. Why can't you go out and get Vita Vea, pay him $25 million a year, and he makes every single player that you signed in free agency on defense, all that money you spent, he makes every single guy better. Can't tell me he doesn't. And I think it fits the window.
Yeah.
People can tell me, oh, Super Bowl this, but if I'm Clint Kubiak and I'm John Spytek, I know Vita makes all those guys that I signed better. I think he helps me keep my job.
And I get a lot of people talking about, the money issue and stuff, but restructures are a thing in the NFL, in the contract world. You could definitely restructure other people's contracts. You could even do signing bonuses where you can make it signing
Max
bonus.
Fulton. Yeah, I mean, there's the Raiders can move money around. Like, it's the NFL. At the end of the day, if you want to make money happen, it can happen.
Yeah, facts. Like that's how teams like the Rams, Buffalo, even fucking Kansas City or Philly, like they make crazy shit happen. And it's like, man, how did they get this guy? They find ways to make it happen.
You push money down.
Yeah,
push money down. Like, and Mark now, the Raiders, he's got a lot more cash. They do. They got a lot more cash. So helps when you sell for a few billion.
Yeah.
10 bill, bro. That's crazy to me.
We cracked the top 10 all time richest team. I mean,
they were 500 million in Oakland, and like I get it. I know the frustration, and I've only been to 3 games out in Oakland, which I'm actually excited. I get to go to my first Raider game in Vegas, Week 10 against the Seahawks. Super hyped up to be able to do that. But like, you can say whatever you want about Mark from a football. They made a lot of money going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that was a huge move.
At first, I didn't know how to feel about it, but then when I thought about it and I started like saying it out loud, Las Vegas, I was like, it kind of sounds kind of fly. Like I like it. So I was like, what? I'm gonna give it a chance. Like no matter what, I couldn't switch teams. Like being from LA, I do have quite a few buddies that switched over and became Rams fans. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're like, come on, bro. I was like, nah. And then when they announced like we're going to Vegas, I was like, yeah, that's closer. That's a bit closer of a drive for me than going to Oakland. So I'm good. Why would I leave?
If California would have just said yes, I know one of my guys that I talked to is very tied in with a lot of the owners from the Raiders, and I mean they moved to Vegas because Vegas was basically like, Mark, we're going to say yes to everything you have to do, and for Mark at that point. Again, I'm only hearing one side of the conversation. I'm not saying I'm talking to Mark Davis, but I know people that know Mark. Like Mark was just so sick and tired of like fighting over everything with Oakland and fighting over everything with California. So he went to a place where they were basically like, the answer is going to be yes. And the answer's been yes. We're about to get we're going to have an NBA team in Vegas in 2 years. LeBron's going to be a part of that. I mean, Vegas is going to be unbelievable. I mean, it's going to be crazy.
Sports Mecca.
And then when Mark sells the other share, I mean, Egon Durbin, I mean, I did a video like 3 months ago. Egon's getting ready to get 40% ownership. Like Mark will be the second guy. That'll be probably next year. Like it's
you think it's gonna happen soon? Like you think Marky Mark gonna sell?
I already did a video. Egon's going to be the majority owner at 40%, and it might not be public, but it's basically already done.
Ooh, that's big.
I mean that's awesome. Like that's dope for Marky Mark to get paid out, but I'm like, damn, that's tough because like he's been through the ringer with all of us here, so it's like I wish we could have at least brought him, you know, a Lombardi before it's all said and done. Like at least get him.
Mark's still going to be like part of it, and he's always going to be a part of it. It's just, you know, Egon Durbin is somebody who's got a lot of money, and you know, he wants to be that guy, and 40% is because right now Mark owns 36%. So I was told 40% is the number Egon and all of his groups or whatever the hell he's got, all of his investment bankers are going to get.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good thing for us because that means we got more cash
money
on hand.
Yeah,
honestly, that allows us to go out and trade for a Vita Vea and say, hey, Vita, I'm going to give you $50 million in cash up front, and I'm going to lower your salary cap. Like, I know, like, that's the frustrating part, like, when you move, right? The higher ticket prices in Vegas, I get it. It sucks. You know, moving to Vegas, it sucks because I loved Oakland. Oakland was an unmatched feeling, and again, I'm not even from Oakland. I can't even imagine if I'm from that area. But, like, if we're talking football, amazing wins and losses, you can't tell me Las Vegas doesn't help, especially then also, like, and I've talked to so many Raiders players that have told me, is it a big factor? No. But is it a factor when that agent tells you, hey, you're going to make an extra, I don't know, $3-4 million just because of taxes alone? Like, and for a guy like Max, it probably doesn't matter. Truly, probably doesn't matter. But, you know, I talked to a source really close to when Robert Spillane signed with us. Hell, I remember talking to Nick Kwiatkowski when he signed his deal with the Raiders, and it was like 3 years, $21 million. And he told me, he's like, he didn't say like the number one reason was because they paid him the most, but he's like, when you looked at it, I mean, it was as if I was getting 2 contracts.
Wow.
That's crazy, bro.
I get $20 million, whatever the tax is. I mean, that's $3-4 million for somebody that was a UDFA. I mean, that's
and it's like
it's a lot of money to you and me. It's a lot of money to them too. You know, it's a big difference.
And when you really think about it, bro, it's like, okay, tax-free state. Obviously, Vegas, the Strip's beautiful stadium, state-of-the-art facilities. Like, really, all that's missing is winning. Like, we have a lot of like really good selling points. It's like if we start winning, like, fuck, the magnitude of how many star players would really want to pull up to Vegas and actually be a Raider for real.
Yeah, that's big,
dude. Even celebrities, like, in the last 2 years, and the Raiders haven't been good. In the last 2 years, I have talked to George Lopez, Dame Lillard, 2 guys that watch the Raiders report. Shout out to them. And, like, you know, they've told me flat out, like, how frustrated they are with the Raiders team. And in my mind, the only reason why that I bring those 2 guys up, and I'm not trying to sound lame and name drop, but, like, if George Lopez is watching Mitchell Renz, it's because he's a diehard Raiders fan. Like, people are bought into the Raiders. And if Dame Lillard's watching the freaking Raiders report, it's because he's a diehard Raider fan. Like, this fan base has been waiting for so long for something to just not even root for. Like, I said this on my show today, and I see some of the comments. Like, I want to be a proud Raiders fan again. And what do I mean by that? There were times last year, and it had nothing to do with the wins and losses, but, you know, and I sent messages to people, and I knew that they weren't happy about it. But, you know, Geno Smith's flipping off the fans, and I'm like, that was probably one of the first times since I've covered the team where, truthfully, I didn't want to wear Raiders stuff the next day. I was pissed. Genuinely, I was angry at our organization, even more so, like, when they hired Josh McDaniels. Obviously, I was very against McDaniels, but, like, there were times last year where, for the first time ever in my life, I was like, I'm, like, not proud to be a fan. Like, that Geno Smith shit, it did. It pissed me off. The Brennan Carroll, Pete Carroll stuff, it did. It ticked me off. So, like, when Clint came out and was like, I want people to earn that shield, I think for the first time in a long time, every single Monday I wake up, I'm going to be a proud Raider fan. And I know I probably have said that every offseason, but yeah, we got our shit pushed in a little bit today at practice, but I also talked to a lot of people at practice, and Fernando did look really good. He threw a pick 6, but he did look really good. The Raiders do look a lot better. And the biggest difference is we're a team that's still implementing new offense, new defense, new everything, literally new everything, up against a playoff caliber football team on their own home field. Where I talked to somebody yesterday. I don't know if some players liked the fact that they practiced on Monday. I think I'll just say it like that. I think that some guys were surprised that they practiced on Monday and then had joint practice today, because I was under the impression that there was some conversation about them not practicing on Monday. But, you know, the Raiders fan cap on me, it's your job. Go practice. You can practice. You're making millions of dollars.
I'm sure they'll probably have tomorrow off. They'll probably give them tomorrow off, you know, ahead of the game.
Yeah.
So
but the thing about it, they look so bad defensively, you know, in the game, tackling wise. It's like, you know, I'm pretty sure didn't they spend that whole Monday working on things like that? You know, the stuff that looked bad on camera on Thursday night. You know, like they needed that extra practice right now. Like you said, you're learning a new system. This is a brand new defense, and they were also about to go up against a team that most of that team's been together for the past 3 or 4 years. So they know everything that's going on. So it's a big difference. Rafa.
Much love, Rafa.
Chiefs.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, honestly, it's growing pains. It's a young team. We all are fully aware we're on year one of a rebuild. Like, this is, I guess you could say, an official rebuild for the team, guys. This is the first official one, like, for real. So we're for year one of a rebuild. So, you know, mistakes are going to happen, even with rookie quarterbacks, rookie secondary, even some rookie linemen. It's going to happen. But also, it's the best of the best. And all this does is help them get better, like knowing, like, okay, so this is, like I had mentioned earlier, they got, in my opinion, some of the cream of the crop when it comes to the secondary. Also, that D line, that front line that they have is nice. So
their young core is good. Like, I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off. I mean, you know, Fernando Mendoza under 25, Brock Bowers under. I mean, a lot of these guys are even younger than that. But I mean, you're talking about Charles Grant's look good, Trey Zunes look good. I like what I see in Caleb Rogers. Tyler Linderbaum's 26 years old. Fernando Mendoza, Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers are all under 23 years old. Like, Eric Stokes is looked at as a veteran, but, you know, that guy, he's only like 27 years old. Like, this team's actually one of the youngest teams in the NFL. And I like to call them, like my core pillar players. Like, our core pillar players are really, really talented. Like, Fernando Mendoza, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty. Off the top of my head right now, I can't imagine too many better quarterback, running back, we'll call them top receivers, under 25 years or younger. Can't think of too many teams out there that have what I just mentioned there.
Yeah, facts.
That's real.
Facts.
And again, like, is it only offense? Yes. Do we need an offensive line to block? Absolutely. But, you know, at the same time, I was talking with our Seahawks guy today at Chat Sports, because they did something around, I think it was Devin Witherspoon or Trevon Diggs or something like that worked out for him. Yeah, and I was just talking to him about Seahawks practice. And one of the biggest storylines right now in Seahawks practice is their offensive line doesn't look very good. And it really hasn't been publicized all that much. But, you know, I've been talking to him. He's like, yeah, the offense, based on reports, is like kind of rusty. But the big issue is the offensive line. And Rick Dennison, you know, has done so many good things with that offensive line. Like, the Raiders are going to have a better offensive line unit. They are. They are going to be a much, much better unit than what they were last year. And even if they are average, like, we have a good, talented young core that's going to get some really good experience moving forward. And shit, man, who knows? In a few years, you never know what can happen.
That's real.
I remember seeing a report that came out where they were saying that the Seahawks last year, their offensive line over the first like 3 or 4 weeks wasn't as good. But as you got deeper into the season, that offensive line got better and better. So that's just one thing that I'm expecting to see from our offensive line is we're looking at joint practice 1, you know, preseason week 1. Now let's look at it when we get to week 7 or week 8, when the offensive line, they've been together, They got this coaching from Rick Dennison and all that stuff, and we're gonna see something different. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's real, bro. And I mean,
like,
obviously,
it's kind of like
Go
you're
ahead.
good. You go, Mike. I'm sorry.
Oh, but I was just gonna say, like, this isn't the end all be all. Like, this isn't the last time we're gonna see the Texans either. Obviously, we still got to see them on Thursday, so
Yeah.
we still have opportunity there to rebound and make up for it, and obviously get the upper hand possibly in certain matchups. Now, hopefully that, because this is gonna be a crucial game, not only for like the starters and stuff like that, but also for like those guys that are in the depth chart trying to either make the roster or possibly even move up for a starting spot. Like this is a critical moment against a serious like team like this. Even though it's vanilla offense, vanilla defense, those limited reps, like you got to take that shit serious because this is a new coaching staff.
Reps are reps.
Yeah, and it's a new coaching staff that they're actually really watching this team to see like, okay, what do we have here to work with? And they want the best out there, like the best possible guys, or if they need to, they'll go outside the building and find them too, if need be. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this. And honestly, the one thing that's been a big talk, I feel like not too many people talk about it too much, like as a crazy thing, but like Fernando starting with the ones. Like I think that's a big deal. And I mean, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I had my question marks about drafting him just because there's certain things when you expect like the first overall pick, you want to see like kind of the flashy quarterback in a way, certain things like that. So those were my questions and concerns I had. Was like, is he the type of quarterback that's willing to make those type of big time throws, those big crazy window throws? And I had my questions, but I wasn't mad that we drafted him. I was like, okay, well, if he's our guy, I'll rock with it. Like he's rocking the uniform, cool. But now, like honestly, I really think he's going to be our week 1 starter. Like maybe I'm crazy, but I think he's going to start week 1.
I mean, I don't think it's a crazy thing to think, right? Like to me, if there's one thing I'm going to give a lot of credit to Clint and the staff, the moment they fired Pete Carroll on January 4th, 5th, they had a plan. And so many off seasons, I've been so mad at the Raiders for not having a plan, and they have. Their plan all along was to get Mendoza. They had him working with Brian Greasy. They bring Mendoza in on a top 30 visit on April 7th. He's meeting with Kirk Cousins. Like they were going to sign Kirk. I mean, they have had this plan all along. And, I tried to explain to some fans the other day, like why I think the Kirk Cousins signing is like a really, really good signing for the Raiders and why fans should want him to be the starter right now. Because again, like to me, it's, I need Fernando to learn and I don't want him to be overwhelmed. Right. And I think right now what I need Fernando Mendoza to be is the best version of Fernando Mendoza. And the reason why I bought into drafting Mendoza is because, again, like I thought about, and I had the opportunity to meet Fernando. I had the opportunity to talk to some people that knew him, and not to say like those are reasons, but I know what Tom Brady is. I think I know what Mike Sullivan is. I think I know what Clint Kubiak's looking for. I think I know the mentality of Clint, again, just all of our offensive coaches, quite frankly. And I think it just matches Fernando Mendoza. I think Kirk Cousins matches Mendoza. Honestly, Aiden O'Connell matches Fernando Mendoza. Like, there's just so many pieces that I thought, okay, if we don't rush this and we let him learn, he's going to get better and better and better. And I don't need him to worry about anything else besides just be the best version of you. And he's already grown a lot. Now, from the Cousins standpoint, like what's important about the Kirk Cousins move is, honestly, Kirk being the number 1 quarterback is more important for the receivers, the tight ends, the offensive line, our defense, like all these other teams to try to get those reps. Like, you bring Kirk Cousins in because he knows the Clint Kubiak offense, because he needs to be a teacher to get good reps out there for your offense, for your defense. And now you're seeing them start to sprinkle in Fernando a little bit more with that number 1. But I think it's because of Kirk's ability to get this offense up to speed. And like, that's the other part that is frustrating, I think. And that's kind of been the problem where the Raiders have had all these other years, right? You bring in Geno Smith, brand new quarterback, got to learn a brand new offense. When you're learning all this new, how can I make it a little bit less new? I bring in a quarterback that has experience with me before, that is without a doubt a proven veteran, that also thinks and acts very much so like Fernando Mendoza. And I know Fernando is limited from, let's call it, some of the athletic traits, but when did the quarterback position, when did we stop valuing up here? And I think when you look at NIL, when you look at college football, when you look at all the NFL offenses now, right? Like the gimmicky offense is something that's just taking over. And I think it's because it's like life now, right? Like I think people are falling in love with AI, and it's just like they're falling in love with the mush, the not high quality stuff. No, if you got to take an extra whatever amount of time to learn an offense, you got to sit down a little bit extra and learn on that playbook. But like, I think in today's day and age, everybody wants things fast, right? Amazon Prime, I want it now. Like I want it tomorrow. Like if I can't get it quick, I don't want it. And I think it's honestly ruined some of the quarterback development. So like, I like the idea that Fernando has got it up here because he might not have, and he might not be top 5 quarterback upside. I don't know.
But I don't. What the fuck, Fernando?
that was wild, Prez.
That's the one time. It's been a bit.
I mean, I think Fernando has it upstairs. I really do.
Yes.
I agree.
100%.
And
100% agree.
I feel like that's going to be a big part of what's going to possibly benefit him in potentially becoming the starter is like a lot of the first overall pick guys, you know, they come into being, you know, the physical traits guy, like the super athletic dual threat guy doing crazy shit. Like I mentioned, like possibly like the Caleb Williams, the Cam Wards in recent memory. Now with like a Fernando, he's more like he can run definitely. We've seen him run, but you know, he's more known as like the precision, like the pocket passer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mainly his main elite trait is his
cerebral.
Yeah, his mentals are I would say
it's the ability in the biggest moment, right? Yeah. That's what a franchise quarterback is. Like I need a franchise quarterback that's doesn't only make himself better. Franchise quarterback makes the other 10 guys around him better, makes the other 53 guys on the roster, right? Like Tom Brady's looking in the huddle there and they're down 28-3. And I don't mean to bring it up, but like, you know, I do think when you see something special, there's a match. Like I hate Josh McDaniels, but like Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels, Tom Brady all had that same, like, I'm a psycho and I'm going to outwork everybody. But also McDaniels' offense was kind of perfect for what Tom Brady was really good at. I mean, it's the truth. And like, but I also think like what Fernando Mendoza is really good at is also kind of what Clint Kubiak's really good at and kind of really good with like Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty and like what this offense can be. And it is. I do think it's going to take some time, but I also know that Mendoza wants to learn from Brady. Brady wants to get the most out of Fernando. Like Tom Brady wants to go down in these history books as the greatest of all time, even so like beyond the football field. Like I know Brady at this point of his life, what he wants to accomplish. And like Brady wants to go down in the history books as being the greatest of, you know, it's the separator. It's not, was it Bill? Was it Tom? Well, if Tom can go down and do something that Michael was never able to do, being an owner and like being a successful owner, I mean, I'm telling you right now, I've talked to some people like that does matter to Brady. Like Brady wants to go to that next level. And I think he believes in Fernando. I believe in Fernando, but I think the one quality that Fernando brings is, and he showed it in the national championship. And I even like watched the show where Brady said it, like everybody in the NFL, everybody in professional sports is amazing. But what makes people different is when in that light is the brightest, right? It's those certain guys rise to the occasion. And Fernando has been able to show you throughout the entirety of this past year, in the biggest moment, in that biggest situation, he was able to rally his troops and he was able to come out on top. That's a franchise quarterback to me.
I agree.
Yeah,
I got that 100%.
And like you were saying, man, and you were saying too, Mike, we've seen the athletic, you know, quarterbacks that's coming out, that's being these first round picks. Now we got the one that's got the brains, you know. He's got the athletic ability too, but he has the brains. And I also think I think that we're going to see that on Thursday when he plays, because if we notice one thing about him since we've been talking about him, since he's been, you know, on our radar, he doesn't make the same mistakes. So he's going to see what he did wrong in this joint practice. And I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and cooks this Thursday.
Facts.
And I think we will. I mean, Mendoza's going to play a lot. They're going to give him a bunch of reps, and you know, I'm excited to see what he looks like, and I'm excited to see how he bounces back. Like again, like today's practice, from what I understood, he was really good. And you know, I think the unfortunate part was he just had a pick six. So it's like, and I think when you evaluate Mendoza, when you evaluate Cousins, like if they were to throw for, I don't know, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, but it's a pick six, we could look at that and be like, oh, it's a good game. but you threw a pick six. So like I want to see how Mendoza bounces back, and I want to see what Kirk, how they look. You got to have a short memory in the NFL, and you got to have an even shorter memory when you're a Raider fan. So you got to be able to do it.
Facts.
But I messaged you guys. I don't mean to be rude, but my wife, she just got home, so I gotta hop on out of here. But I want to say this to Mike, to Trey. I really do appreciate the invite. I'm sorry to kind of cut you guys right away. I mean, I hope that you guys stay live a little bit longer and chop it up. But at the end of the day, if you guys ever want to, talk, don't be afraid to hit me up. I do. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you. Definitely.
Oh, yeah, it was nice to finally meet you, man. It was a pleasure to have you on. Shoot, I would say let the people know where they can find you, but most of Raider Nation knows where to find you at.
Hey, if y'all ain't tapped in right now,
Renz 365 Raiders Report. I will be live on game day on Thursday. Are you guys going to be live on game day as well?
I think we're gonna have a post game. Yeah,
post game. Well, if you're here, if you're over there, no matter what, if you're, if you can't make it out to a game, I always like to say the Raiders Report is going to be a place for all of you. It gets wild, we get crazy, we have some beers, so make sure you bring your drinking pants if you're over the age of 21. But no matter what, let's do more content like this. As a content creator myself, I take a lot of pride in being able to get Raider Nation together. And at the end of the day, whether it's Mike, whether it's Trey, whether it's the Raiders Report, let's try to do a better job of creating fun, good content for Raider Nation, made by Raider Nation.
Yes, sir.
100% that part, man. But we appreciate you for tapping in with us, brother. Till next time, we'll definitely be in touch with you, man. Appreciate
Thank you, man. Thank you guys so much. And I hope anybody that watches this show, hit that subscribe button. We need more people like Mike, like Trey, and like other Raider fans out there that just want to be able to talk ball, want to be able to have a good time and spread the love.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Right. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, bro.
That was good. That was decent.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Oh shit.
It's still doing that. StreamYard still messing.
Oh man, my boy, we are live, but shit, that was special. He said, "Oh shit, that was decent," but that was a dope one. We appreciate it. Yes, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that was special, man. That was Mitchell Renz in the building, bro. I'm telling you, that was one of those collabs that I was hesitant for, just because hearing from other people what they had to say, but getting to know, bro, he's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, bro, cool. For sure. Yeah, he cool. That was one of them ones for me, man. It was kind of like I told him, he was one of the first shows I started watching. And also one of the first podcasts I started listening to was Q. So for us to have both of them on, you know what I'm saying, and I'm being a part of it like that was legit. That was big for me. Pause.
It's a full circle moment, bro. And I'm sure he has moments where you look back at it as a content creator where it's like, wow, bro, like we're really not only obviously we all tap in and watch the players and stuff, but we really bring entertainment and great conversations, good and quality content just in general, like for Raider Nation, which looking at it too, like from the outside looking in, like this is one of the biggest, most historic sports franchises in history. You get me? And the fact that like people like us, like and other content creators, like we got fans that really like tune in on a weekly basis to like fuck with us and show support. Like that shit's awesome, bro. That shit's awesome. I can only imagine the magnitude he feels, bro. He had like what 220K. God damn, bro.
And he said he had Dame and George Lopez watching his shows. Like, no bullshit, bro. Dame is like literally one of my favorite players. Like after Melo, you know what I'm saying. So that I wouldn't want a fanboy. You know what I mean? But I'd be hyped. I'd be on the side. Like,
maybe I'm not gonna lie. It's hard for me to like fanboy after some of the ties that we have. Like that, the friends.
You're out there though. Around like
it's normal, bro, but like at the end of the day, the way I look at it, bro, and I get it, we can fan out, we can always be fans and support these people and look up to them in a way as a public figure, but like at the end of the day, they're human beings too, bro.
Yeah, they still people.
They're human beings too. Like they want to be treated with love and respect. Also,
they don't want to be. They get treated differently everywhere else. Like and especially in the Raider situation of it. They probably definitely just wanted to be treated like I'm another Raider fan. You know what I mean? Like, this is real. Hey, I just noticed, like, the hat combo. with the red and the green.
Oh shit, that's funny. That's just funny. I just realized that. That shit is kind of funny. I just realized that right now. That's crazy. But honestly, bro, we gotta talk about this training camp talk a little bit more. Like obviously, we heard about the bad stuff. Obviously, that the team got whooped on, but there was some positive notes too. Obviously, Fernando looked solid out there. Of course, the pick six is going to happen. That rookie mistakes. We've seen the clip. Obviously, Houston posted it, and
I want us to post ours now because we picked off C.J. Stroud too. Like,
yeah, I heard Quay had a nice one, and then he gave a nice salute to the fans afterwards.
Yeah, like you could lead a salute out, but like post our shit. Like
I
we
fuck
can't
with it.
just
Like I said earlier, bro. We need to have people. We need to have
out there firing
obviously
shots.
It's great to have the media darlings, but we the Raiders, bro. We got to have some people with some fucking attitude.
Yeah, bro. Man, fuck that. I'm about to post this shit.
Like shout out Mitch for saying that earlier in the show. Like Mitch said, some real fuck you football.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm hyped that Quay Walker got the pick because they said that was the last drive of practice. He got the pick and was like, flexing on the fans. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's that fuck you football. Like, we coming out here with a vengeance. And like Mike Washington, you know what I'm saying? Him doing his thing. Brock Bowers doing his thing. Like, we had some positives. And like I heard some people saying, man, it's really to the point where you kind of like you're looking at it like Kubiak, this is first time being a head coach, everybody's first time with the system, Leonard's first time being a defensive coordinator. Are we out there just like seeing what works against the best team? Or are we really out there like we're trying to win this joint practice? I don't think they were trying to win the joint practice. I think they were just trying to see the test.
Facts. And one thing I did hear was a lot of these reps. Obviously we heard what's going on with the tackles. They got their ass whooped today. That could be the case on some reps, but I did hear there was a lot of blitz reps from the Texans defense. They were blitzing quite a bit.
Yeah. And I think
it happens. There's not a lot of people. After a while, there's only so many people that can block.
I mean, I think because of the relationship, Kubiak might have said, man, hey, get it popping on us today. I really want to see, like, don't hold back. Don't hold back. Like, give us everything. Pause. Like, we don't play y'all this year. Like, give us, like, send it at us. You know what I'm saying? We got to
be ready for whatever, bro. Not only is it the best of the best in talent, but, you got to be ready for when they send the fire like that, bro. Especially, and that was perfect scenario for young Fernando to be out there. Or going through those reps. Obviously, we know he's great with the mentals and the mental reps, but in my opinion, the only way for him and any of these other young rookies to really like show what they got and see if we got something in them is they got to be out there on the field. They got to be taking those physical reps out there each day, whether it's in practice or on game day. Like they got to be out there.
Facts.
And
I completely agree.
Shoot, he said it inside, and I was wondering that too. Like, I wonder how much PT Fernando going to see on Thursday? Because obviously we only seen Kirk for like series. Would you think his reps go up a little bit more? I think we see him for at least.
I think it really might be Kirk Cousins one drive. If we get one drive from Kirk this week,
you think it's Fernando off rip first?
I think first half Fernando.
Honestly, bro, that might have to, if that happens and he plays quite a bit, the agenda is going to go crazy, bro. And obviously, I did say before I had my question marks regarding drafting, bro, but it wasn't like I said he sucks or nothing. You've seen it every time we've had the conversations. I've never once said kid sucks. It's just does he?
It wasn't your preference.
Yeah, it's not really my style preference at quarterback, but shout out to Rundown's pops. We've had this conversation just like I had with my pops and a few other people where it's like, it may not be the prettiest, but if it produces wins, fuck it. At the end of the day, that's our slogan is just win, baby, bro. We trying to fucking win at the end of the day. We need to bring up our wins. We got to get out of the outcome and add more W's, bro. That's really the mindset we have to have.
And whatever brings that to the Raiders,
Yeah,
That's
if it
what we
works,
want to
it
bring
works.
in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it works, that's what we need. That's
I,
exactly what we need to
and
get going.
man, I think we in a good position, man. Like Mitch was saying, we got dogs in certain spots, but they're young. They're
Yeah.
just young. You know what I'm saying? Hezekiah, Benson, like
Yeah.
and I've been seeing some good shit from one of the Bergs too. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
Lindenberg.
Yeah,
That's
Trey
great.
Zoom.
And, hey, honestly, one thing that I will say that's funny but also crazy is a few of the guys that on Blunts and Breakdown we got on their case a little bit about like, come on, you could do better than this. Like, this needs to improve. We starting to see some improvements. I like it, bro. Like, one guy, I was kind of shocked about that one, but Hezekiah, when we mentioned, like, he needed to add a little more meat to the bone. He needed, pause. He needed to get more muscle and, possibly work on the tackling. That right there, I had me like wondering, like, damn, like he really watched this, like, because now, no disrespect to nobody, I don't know if they said it as well, but that's something that we brought up immediately when we was watching the film live and direct on
Yeah.
bro. So that's crazy to see. And now I still think he needs to improve on the tackling. Don't get me wrong. He still needs to, but I mean, he's young. He a rookie. Like I said, he can still get
I
in
will.
program time and all that. So it's all good.
Yeah. Hey, man, we got time for all this shit. All this shit to work. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen overnight. But I do think we're gonna see strides and getting better through the season. You
Mhm.
know, don't everybody come out here and be looking for a 12-5, 10-7 season. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Don't be coming out here looking for that. Just come out here and look for progress. Look for progress. That's all we want to see out of our team.
What current starter? Arnie got to go.
JPJ.
Yeah, yeah. Without yeah. What current starter is on the boat lose his job on offense and on defense? So on offense, yeah, I would say right now at the moment it's probably JPJ.
I hate to say it, but like you said, I want to see him win too. I want to see him be out there, but you got to be on the field, bro.
Yeah. The best ability is availability, bro. Like, you got to be out there, and we want to see you out there and help us succeed, bro. Like, we like seeing more of our big means out there on the field, like moving people, like helping our guys like Genty and Mike Washington and get them big ass runs, them home run type runs, bro. That we want to see that, but if you're not healthy, you're not out there, bro. You're not gonna be able to benefit us on defense. Damn.
Adam Butler,
Bro. Okay. Great minds think alike. I was about to pull up the depth chart just to see. Just chat. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this too. Y'all let us know your thoughts as well. But
I think
yeah.
a quiet one too might be freaking. I know we just paid him, bro, but Eric Stokes. Like,
Stokes.
bro, you shouldn't be getting cooked like that. You shouldn't be getting cooked like that, bro.
I mean, to be fair, what I will say though is it is vanilla offense and vanilla defense, so it's not like they have film to exactly know like what they're going to be running. You get me? That's where in the preseason, in a way, you're kind of playing in the blind. Obviously, still some shit is, I guess, general.
We seen Greedy Vance making plays though.
That's real. I mean,
and he's the vet. Yeah. Like, you're the, and he a dog. So I want to see him succeed. I like, but like, come on, bro. Like, when you supposed to be the one. I ain't saying that you supposed to win every rep, but like the very first pass of the freaking preseason game, you're a vet, bro. Why the fuck are you not just turning your body? Why do you got to make a full circle around and give up like 13 yards?
My boy didn't stretch. No, I don't know.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I hope not. But my main person is, like we said, Adam Butler.
Adam Butler. Okay, I could agree with that one. Now, the one I wanna say, but it's like it's tough. Really, is and because I'm an SC guy too, so this is a tough one to say. But
oh man,
hey, bro. I mean, I want to see Stoops step up because we have these conversations all the time, not only on our show, but also on Blunts breakdowns as well. But we have these conversations where it's like, bruh, you're the second round pick, bruh. Like, we expect you to make an impact immediately. Like Fernando, I get it. He a quarterback. Some people will say it's a different situation. Even though I think he should start, I get it why people think he should sit. But when it comes to other positions, it's like, hey, bruh, nah, we need you out here. You're drafted. We're expecting you to make an impact and do something. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. You feel me? And I truthfully want to see Stooks step up and hopefully become a starter. But yeah, I would have to go with Adam Butler. Honestly, I have to go with Adam Butler. Only other person is only way it happens is we make a trade is maybe Tonka. But it's tough to say we make a trade right now. I can't confirm nothing like that.
Yeah. If I had to pick, if I maybe had to pick another person,
Yeah,
on defense. Oh, I think I'm with you on the Isaiah Palomalu.
yeah.
You know, I can't run. That can make a difference in regular season, not just on special teams. Ooh, Keon Crawford.
Keyron, yeah, I agree with that. Keyron could definitely make a difference. Last week when I was watching the game with Rundown and his pops, when we was watching it, his pops kept saying like, "Dude, look at bro, like he's flashed on the screen, like he's there.
Yes.
You just got to finish." Pause.
Bro, that's what I was thinking. I was literally thinking that like he's like doing a max move and like making a play at the last second and he's shooting through the line, but like you said, he's not finishing. He'll run straight past the quarterback. But that one play when he got out and ran straight down the line to make the tackle in the run. I think we're gonna see him start to pop. I think we're gonna see him start to pop. And that's why I was about to say another person, but I need Keon to start to pop. But I was gonna say Malcolm.
Malcolm.
If Keon starts to pop, Malcolm is out of here.
Honestly, and that's where it makes it tough because I hate to say it because I really like Malcolm Kuntz, but I don't know if there's a future where he gets another contract with us just because we just signed Quiddy Pay. We just drafted
Kieran.
Iran. We brought in a youngin and Kean Sloan who's starting to step up.
What they get?
You get me? And obviously, we already got the big dog Max here. If he's still here, of course, knock on wood. I hope he's still here. But that's a lot of people already getting paid on the payroll.
Well, Max is already part of that too.
That's what I'm saying though. Like that's already like good money already being spent on the payroll. And then keep in mind, there's other positions that we got to pay. Brock's definitely.
Forgot about Trey. Y'all forgot about Trey, huh?
But yeah, Brock's definitely due for what. So that's where it gets a little tricky. But yeah, I agree. Like I had that hot take at the beginning of the year where I thought like Keyron is going to take quite a few people's spots. Unfortunately, right after I said that, like a couple hours later, somebody got cut. I wasn't thinking all that. I thought he was going to take their reps and stuff. But I mean, I think it's a good chance he takes his spot soon too, if he shows like he could rise to the occasion.
Yeah, it was one of these games like what's happening? Yeah, it was one of these games like this.
Hell yeah!
It was one of these games like this that Max went crazy in the preseason that solidified him and made sure that we knew what he was like in preseason, and we need to see that game from Keyron. That's what I think. And you know what I was thinking about the other day, real quick. You remember when we played Green Bay in the freaking preseason in like London?
Yeah.
And we only had 80 yards of field. I was just thinking about that the other day, bro. Like that shit. Remember the field, like the goalpost? They had messed up with something with the goal. Like, why were we having a preseason game in freaking London anyway?
That shit was, bro.
Yeah, that shit was just crazy. I was thinking about that the other day, but yeah, man.
I will say for the camp risers that are making a difference, Grady's definitely somebody that can step up. Another person,
Grady,
I feel like will make an impact right away. Honestly, and we've heard his name a lot. I guess he still falls under that category is Malik Benson, bro. I'd say Benson is one of those camp risers that I feel like he's definitely going to make an impact in this receiving core. Now, I get it. we got shut down and stuff, but let's keep in mind too, like Derek Stingley is Derek Stingley.
Kamari Lassiter is Kamari.
Yeah, like they nice.
Petrie is Petrie.
That's one of the best defenses in football. Like that's what
They
it's
got
called.
Aziz Alshire and fucking Daniil Hunter, fucking Caden McDonald, fucking Will Anderson. Like, bro, that fucking defense is
that's a cold defense, bro.
from
So,
front to back.
It's gonna happen, like that's one of those ones where you get that reality check. Like, yeah, you're not there yet, bro. You're one of the rebuild.
Only defense that we gotta play like that is freaking Denver.
Yeah,
and their offense is nowhere near what freaking Houston's is.
Oh, we finna be on Buddy ass, bro. We pause, but we on Bo Nick's ass like some back pockets, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Especially, I don't know, bro. I don't know if his leg gonna be, up to par. Like that injury is kind of nasty, and I don't know, bro.
And see, they don't got them big body receivers. They got Tim Patrick. I mean, not Tim Patrick, but Cortland Sutton. Jalen Waddle's a little guy. You know what I mean? So I ain't speaking. I know
I like Waddle though. I do like Waddle. I'm not gonna lie.
He can get busy, but what we were dealing with today was size. You know what I'm saying? But I know Tank Dell probably was out there cooking too, or was he playing? I didn't see any receptions from him.
I'm here.
It was mostly Nico and the tight ends and the running backs.
Yeah. So that's why also in a way it's like, was the secondary really getting cooked like that? Or, was it they're taking what was available? You get me?
Yeah, they were scheming certain people open, like you said, taking what was available. Like that one play, that one touchdown pass we seen, that was a pass to the running back.
Yeah. Now I wasn't there. If anybody was there in the chat, let me know. But I'm assuming there's a good chance we were running quite a bit of man. So you get me? They're running a bit of man beaters, whatever they can to and get across and score. But like some reporters say, we didn't go into this practice trying to win the practice. We went into this trying to get better.
Yeah. And they said we did that. I think we did that. When you go up against a test like this and you don't just lose every rep, that means you started to see things, you started to elevate, you started to be able to take over because, I mean, we did see the DBs getting cooked, man, but once again, we got to remember this team has been together for the past 3 years. These receivers know how C.J. Stroud thinks. Like, these corners and DBs, they don't know how to play together just yet, and they're still learning, and they're young. It's a lot of factors that you put into play with this. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, bro. And that's why it's interesting to see how they learn and adapt from this, because obviously, as we mentioned earlier, this wasn't the only time we see them this week. We got to see them on Thursday as well.
You get a show. All right.
Yeah, we got to see them in that preseason matchup, and I'm really excited to see what, Fernando, like a lot, Houston made it like a big thing. I get it. Petrie, nice. He made a great play on the ball. But, shit happens. Like, even the greats have thrown a fucking interception in practice before. Like, shit happens.
Peyton Manning he still got the record, don't he? For interceptions as a rookie, didn't he throw like 20-something?
I think so.
He's a fucking Hall of Famer, bro. So.
Oh, shit. Breaking. The NFL has placed Terry Arnold on the exempt list.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's part of the game.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
You out here acting like Pooh Shiesty.
Not the Pooh Shiesty. You're not supposed to do that yourself. You're supposed to. Never mind.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do all that. Though.
You gotta get them other people to get them. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, I'm talking about with Terry.
Yeah.
Terry Arnold. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Man, I don't know. Hey, look, man.
We don't need Uncle Trey on a Rico or no shit like that.
No. No, we don't need that. You know what I mean? I'm
that's the
staying
last.
I'm staying away from them.
Yeah, that's the last thing we need. But I'm really excited to see what the youngins do, especially the receiving core. This young receiving core, I want to see how they look because obviously pause if necessary. But I want to see what happens in an actual game time situation because practice obviously is one thing, but let's see what happens in the game. Now, actually, we get to see for ourselves how they look.
Yeah.
If it's for real, like we got to push the agenda again. I need to keep talking about trade for Justin Jefferson, or if even with the D line or the secondary, like we got to make some moves.
Yeah.
We'll really see if it's that bad because there was a lot of overreactions. People take things out of context too, like I had mentioned with the tweets earlier, bro. You may see a tweet and it'll say like one part of a play, but that might not be the whole play. Obviously, there's 11 guys on offense.
They told you the outcome.
Yeah, they just told you the outcome of the play. They didn't tell you the full thing or what the cause.
Somebody slipped. Somebody ran into somebody.
Somebody missed the block. You get me? Somebody fucking ran the wrong route. You get me? They didn't. They were supposed to cut to the right instead of the left to get the handoff. Different shit.
Once again, it's continuity between those receivers and that quarterback.
Yeah. They
know when they see something that he's seeing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And that all comes into play. That all comes into play. These kids ain't got a lot of time together. And once again, they're kids. It ain't like how it was last year when we had fucking Devin White and Landon Roberts' old ass out there. We're like, bro, you're a vet. You know what I'm saying, where the fuck you supposed to be and what you supposed to be doing. Why the fuck ain't you doing it? But these are kids, and they're learning a new system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, I want to know your thoughts on this. I'm sure a lot of the stars may start or sit. In my opinion, he my boy. Obviously, he knows Max. It's all love, bro. But in my opinion, I sit, bro, again this week.
What's the name said that? See, that's why y'all need to start watching them pressers.
I was setting up for the show, bro. It's a lot going on in the content world, bro.
He said him and Brock, you probably won't see them during the preseason.
Good. Hell yeah, good. Save him, bro.
You seen Brock for one play. He played one play last week. I don't see,
bro. You can play some. You can wear some regular like fours, bro. You don't gotta wear the cleats. You just pick it on the side. Actually, bro, and I know he itching to play, bro. I'm sure he want to be able to hit a quarterback for real. He itching to do that, but it's like
you're getting older now. You don't heal the same, bro.
Obviously, I don't want to tell, bro, like you can't do it no more, no shit like that. But we got to be smart. We got to make sure that we reserve those quality reps for
get you to week one.
Yeah, when that shit really matters, bro.
You got to do the knowledge, man.
But you feel what I'm saying? Like you got to be able to be there when it really matters, bro. To hopefully get us there when it really counts in the postseason. Like you got to be a part of that when we finally get to those parts of the season. Hopefully in the future, that's what we're hoping for.
We got so many young and new pieces on defense that you almost got to see them. You know what I mean? You got to see the Keyrons and my man, the Cleveland kid, Tonka, JJ. You want to see what them kids like. Let's see what they can do, what they can bring, because we got to find something. To put in that interior. So and trust me, I know from fucking Madden, bro. Bro, motherfuckers was running up the middle pause on me all night last night. I was getting so mad, bro. And you can see it's literally like it is in real life. They're just
if it looks that bad on Thursday, bro, we really got to pound the table. Somebody got to pull up to HQ with the megaphone and be like, trade for Vita Vea.
What's that mean? With the lady from Cleveland show tapping the gun outside the escalator, like, yo, y'all better make a move.
That's crazy, bro. They got to make something happen, bro, because it's looking real spooky. But I hope they figure it out, man. But shit, we're getting close to an hour and a half, bro. Obviously, this was a really impromptu episode. We appreciate everybody that tapped in with us today. If you haven't yet, if you're new to the channel, man, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, also hit that notification bell as well, because you never know when we may go live. Usually we go live every Wednesday, but this is a special occasion. We had to bring our guy Mitch on. It was dope finally getting a chance to meet him and actually chop it up with him. Like he's a cool dude. A lot of people, you know,
So much respect.
but like I said before, like it's better to be open minded and, you know, get to know people and gather an opinion of your own instead of, you know, just going off of what he said or she said and shit like that. That's where sometimes, you know, people be misunderstood and it's fucked up that people get misconstrued or labeled a certain way or blackballed because of the shit that someone else said.
And once again, like I keep saying, man, we are all under the same umbrella and family, and that's this name right here, along with this shield, bro. Like,
Yeah,
if they talking about us, then shit, what's the problem? We
fact.
all want to see the same shit. We all want to see the team win. But you know what the problem is, though, Mike? The team got to step up and help us.
Yeah,
Because get the fuck out of here, bro. If they start winning, bro, it's a different ball game. You know what I mean? It's gonna look a lot different in this content world, in the fan world. I don't know about television because they just hate us, especially
yeah.
on ESPN. That shit pisses me off so
You know,
much.
they honestly, bro, and that's the thing, bro, with the mainstream media like that. They know that they could get Raider Nation, bro, when they mention us in a negative manner, bro. Like obviously we talk shit on social media and stuff about our team, but you know, that's us. That's our politics. Like when an outsider talks shit about us, it's like, man, fuck you. Like why are you talking about my team like that, bro? So
Yeah,
I get it 100%, dog. But that's why it's like I try not to look at the media because I know they're gonna say some stupid ass shit that's gonna piss me off. So it's like, you know,
I already know for the next 4 months,
yeah.
I ain't gonna watch a lot of ESPN
And if we being
because
real too, bro, a lot of times they just repeat shit that we already said. You know,
yeah, facts,
the Justin Jefferson thing. Hello,
facts. Tell them again, Mike.
yeah, bro. There's a few situations.
They know where they could. Hey, look, just like back in the day when them mainstream record labels, they'd go to the underground people and get the new shit, steal the style from up there, then bring it up here and
It
act like they
happens.
created some shit.
It be like that a lot, bro.
Yeah,
It's crazy work, dog. But you know, as we say all the time, man. As we say all the fucking time on BTB, bro. Often imitated, but never fucking imitated. You feel me? Like that's just what it is, dog. And it's cool. It's cool, man. Like everybody has their own flavor and stuff, different styles, but you know, don't bite people's shit.
Yeah,
Just don't do it.
facts.
You know, there's room for everybody out there, bro. And you know, as I mentioned, like there's some people that may love you or hate you. Like Mitch gets hella views, bro. It may be love, it may be hate, but you know, people tap in because they want to hear what he has to say, bro. And that's the beauty of it, bro. There's some people that may watch us because they love us, and there's some that may watch us because they hate us. But you know,
Either way it go, you still watching.
It's a conversation. It's an interesting conversation. We don't always have to agree on everything. Just like you and me, sometimes we may have a difference in opinion on shit. But you know, it is what it is, bro. Like that.
Yeah, that's how the game go, man. Everybody can't go along the same road, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have your own mind somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, we have officially hit that hour and a half mark. And as I had mentioned before, we got much more in store for y'all. This was a very impromptu episode, so we really appreciate y'all for tapping in with us. Tomorrow we will be back live. Usual, you know, back to regular schedule program. Wednesday, 7 p.m. But yeah, p.m. Tomorrow, 7 p.m.
I'm gonna have to get that recorded from Trey. That shit.
We go remix cut up with that shit, bro. That's the new ad lib. Fuck it. But yeah, bro. we gonna be live tomorrow, and yeah, that is an interesting one. DJ Reader is still available. Who knows?
Yes.
We'll see. Depending on what happens this Thursday, we'll see. But
I
before
think
we
we're gonna start making moves.
we'll see. We shall see, man. We shall see. Obviously, but as I mentioned, it looks a little spooky, but hopefully it's not too spooky at that point where we have to. But you know, if we got to, you got to do what you got to do to win. But yeah, bro, tomorrow, You know what? Fuck it. This BTB, bro. This is our own show. So yeah, I'll break the news here. Tomorrow, live. Marcus Johnson, tape down live. Live in the building. Yes, sir. You heard it here live and direct. Straight from
Hey,
the
bro,
source.
just dropped a new song too. Y'all go check it out.
Oh yeah. We gonna talk. Oh yeah, we gonna push the buttons, bro. We gonna listen to it, and we gonna ask him about it too. We always hear him talking football, but this BTB, obviously we talk about football and stuff, but sometimes there's more life than football. And like as I mentioned, just like these pros, we watch them, we love them, and all, but they human beings too. They have fun topics they like to do. But yeah, James, we appreciate you tapping in. Raiders in the building.
Yes, sir.
You already know, man. Chef, appreciate you tapping in. Much love, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for pulling up and rocking with us.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, if y'all new to the channel, man, please tap in with us, bro. We not only do podcasts, sometimes we come through with the shorts. We got a little funny sometimes. We bring the serious ball talk. Sometimes film analysis. Obviously, some good humor. Tomorrow's live, Chef, we'll be live 7 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know all the rest of the mountain time, all that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Trey, make sure you get your nap in, dog. Make sure you get your nap in. East Coast guys, if y'all want to tap in, you already know. We appreciate you. If not, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe. That way, if you missed the live, you can always tap in for the recap of the episode afterwards.
But shout out to everybody that y'all came and started fucking with us today, man. Hey, y'all in for a treat. Y'all keep rocking with the boys, man. Rocking with the guys, man. We gonna make sure we make this season. We a therapy session, should we say? Like every other content creator show is, but we a real therapy session too, man. So if y'all need just another hour or so to get some therapy in, y'all come and tap in with us.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you. But yeah, Trey, we got quite a few new viewers today too, tapping in with us. Why don't you let the people know how we wrap things up around here?
Hey, look, I'm gonna add something else to it because you said it a couple times. Because it's one thing we are often imitated, but never duplicated. It's one team and it's one nation, and that's Raider Nation, and it's Black Team. Yes.